Hey class, welcome to your geometry review number 3. We're going to start this video on number 33 in your packet. And we're going to be talking about volume. Volume is how you measure a three-dimensional object. And we use the formula volume equals length times width times height. Now, I don't want you to get worried about which number is length, width, and height. If you remember when we talked about it, if we turn the shape around, then these will be in a different position. And since multiplication can happen in any order you want, it really doesn't matter. Okay, so number 33 asks which rectangular prism has the same volume as figure 1. So let's figure out the volume for figure 1. I'm going to take 9 times 6 times 8. And I get 432. Now what I need to do is find the volume for A, B, C, and D is over there, and figure out which one is the same. Okay, so volume of this one, I need to do 12 times 4 times 6. Which is 288. Nope, not that one. Now I move on to the next one. Now you'll notice that these problems where you have to check all of the options, they take a lot of time. And this is one of the reasons why we tell you to pace yourself on any test, because each question does take a lot of effort. So for B, 12 times 3 times 12 gave me 432. Woohoo! That's the same. So I know it's going to be B. Now, let's check the other ones. C is 10 times 6 times 7, which is 420. So not quite. And the last one is 10 times 4 times 12. Is 480. Okay, so none of them except B. B is the same as this one. Okay, so that's how to find area and answer those questions. Let's take a look at number 34. They are asking us to find the surface area. Surface area is a little bit different from regular area because it is like the wrapping on the outside of a box. So if I look at this rectangle right here, I need to imagine all of the sides. Okay? So I can see that I have a 5 by 10 right here. How many of those do we have? Well, there's one that we can see, and there's one behind it that we cannot see. It's in the back. We need to make sure that we get that covered in the wrapping paper as well. Okay, now this side over here that I can see is a 3 by 10. And there are two of those, one that I can see and one on the other side. And we also have the top and bottom of the rectangular prism. The top and bottom are 5 by 3. There. So my first step in visualizing the outside, the surface area, I broke down each side and wrote it down. And remember to take care of the sides that you cannot see. You notice that we can see 3 sides. So I have 3 pairs of sides. Okay, now all I have to do is find the area for each of these little boxes and add them all together. So here comes my calculator. We're going to do 5 times 10, which is 50. Now I have 2 of those. The next one is a 3 by 10, which is 30. I have 2 of those. Next I have the top and bottom, which is a 5 by 3, which is 15. And I have 2 of those. Okay, so now I have the areas for each of the sides. I'm going to add those up. And I got 190. Aha! There's my answer right there. The surface area is 190 square inches. Good job, guys. You're doing great. The next thing we're going to look at is on number 36. We need to find the area of this trapezoid. Now let's pull out my formula to start with. We remember that because we have different lengths and widths, we can't just do length times width. We have to B1 plus B2, base 1 plus base 2. And that's in parentheses because we're going to do it first. Then we're going to multiply the height, and then we're going to divide all of that answer by 2. Okay, so let's start by filling in the formula. We have, doesn't matter which one's base 1 or base 2, 4 plus 9. Now I need to multiply that by the height. Now you need to remember, we don't want one of these slanty sides to be your height. We need it to be straight up and down, like the 12 is. And sometimes your straight up and down is this little dotted line inside the trapezoid. That's okay. Just make sure you're using the straight up and down height. And then we're going to divide it all by 2. Okay, I'm set up. I'm going to take my calculator, and we're going to do this one step at a time. Remember, start with parentheses. 4 plus 9. Then we're going to multiply by 12. And then we're going to divide by 2. And I got 78. Aha, there it is. A, 78 square units. We're doing it. Now today, you're going to go ahead and finish the rest of the ones I haven't done with you. And you're going to go all the way through these and get to number 45. That's how far you should be today. It's all the way through 45. All right, let's go.